Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alphawisdom. We're continuing with points of interest in palm reading and finding the first impressions or what jumps out at first. Here we have two handprints. Fingers are not long enough for us to talk about them. That's where we are today. There's one thing I omitted on the last video, so I'd like to just call your attention to it for just a minute. Looking at the fingers, you notice all of the fingers are straight up, with the exception of the ring finger that leans or bends over toward the middle finger. The ring finger, the middle finger. There are two possible reasons. An injury with the hand affecting the finger, this particular finger, or there's something else. So if you happen to have a hand with fingers that lean, you want to tell the person what it means, but first ask if there was an injury involving the hand or the fingers. Okay, in this case, this does lean when you look at the others. They're going straight up, but this one is leaning. So there is something going on here. Bent ring finger. When this finger bends, it's always in the direction of the middle finger. This means that the person that has this hand, the person's sense of fun and self-expression is bent by the demands of duty, work of some kind, and family. It could be a combination of all three or one of them. It can create a feeling of being a martyr. They call that a martyr complex. And someone who has to work very hard in order to feel that having fun is justified. So this is a strong hand, and even with strong hands, this is a possibility. So I wanted to call your attention to that. Now we leave this and go on to start with this one first. This is more active than this one. All right, let's follow the same procedure, and we're going to check primarily this one or any of these, but I'll call your attention to them. We have lines. So let's take a look at the lines. What is the quality? What would you say about the quality, which tells you a lot about the person? All right, let's just scan it. Let's look at this lifeline. All right, so it's good to start right in here to make sure you have it. Here it is. It's joined to the headline. Disruptions. What is going on in this person's life? Okay, whatever it is, it'll show in the hands. Okay, let's take a look at the headline and see if there's an influence there. No, it doesn't seem to be the same issue. It seems to move across. Now, this is interesting. You've got this little loop here and a little thickness in the line here. Okay, now, it could be a long mental stress here, long, that lasts for a few years. And at the end, it's cleared around right here, and it kind of fuzzies up. And then it starts clearing again. It moves pretty much across the palm, starts just before we get to the percussion side. So this person is strong-minded, had a flop here, something is going on here. The line is in good shape, so we can't say it's a total breakdown. Could be a feeling of depression. We can't see the fingers to tell whether it is depression, but it's something to do with stress, strain, or depression, or maybe a combination of all three. All right? Now let's take a look at the heart line. The heart line starts here. A lot of disruptions in the line, which is normal at the beginning of the line. The line always begins here. And then if we follow that line, it goes all the way up. And a part of it is going across. So when we look at it from this point to this point, we say that is a large fork. A large fork. So there are two parts to the person's emotion. One is running way up. That is looking for higher ground, looking for self-esteem, looking for great results. And another part is more interested in relating his emotions toward people or maybe animals. Usually it's those who need help. So humanitarian, part of it is very much of a humanitarian, this part. Now you've got lines here, they're not connected, so these are just floaters, all right? Now let's look here. This looks like a person who has tried very, very hard because of their well-defined line, it's short. And we find this on hands of people who make an effort. They've been trying for months, for days, for weeks, or for years before they get the success they're looking for. Okay? Now, another thing, you have some lines coming up from the lifeline, this one. And here's another. This is a health line. And this is too. So there is concern for the health. And I'm not surprised because this is so much disrupted, this lifeline. So there's an issue here. Okay? All right. Let's see. And look at all these lines. These are influence lines. Influence. And then you have horizontal lines coming across. And that's worry, stress, strain. That's what's going on there. So this is a worrying hand, a person of a worrying person, concerned about many things. Let's take a quick look here. All right. Now this is not the best print because you can see the line coming here, a line here. So since this starts on this side, this is odd. This is the little finger. It's supposed to start here. And it starts far across, but it's not clear whether it starts here or starts at this part. This is what I mean when you're doing prints or reading prints, you have to see it clearly. I see a lot of lines in here. So this is not a best example to analyze or to read, other than you can say you've got many lines, but you can't really pinpoint where they're coming from unless they're floaters, and these are not floaters. So there's not much more we can say about this one, but I purposely put it here so you could see many examples of handprints. Just because it's a handprint doesn't mean that you should be able to read it. You have to see what shape it's in, how clear it is. And if it's not, then state that to the person. All right? Okay, we come to the end of this one. And we have one more. I think we'll go into next week with this, as I already told you. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give a thumbs up. And of course, share and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day. Love yourself. Love and light. Bye.